Hello, welcome to episode 198 of the Datapack tutorial series, version 1.2.1.4. We are doing a tickless score cooldown, or anti-spam. Let me just show you what I mean. So here is my item, which we can right-click to activate. And if I hold my finger on it, you'll see that we've got a bit of anti-spam on it, or a little cooldown. So I think it's 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, so it's set to 3 seconds. Now, this one was suggested by GalSergey. Hopefully I got it right. Didn't give me the commands, just gave me the idea of what to do. If you wanted something that says, like maybe on the action bar, you've got a little, your little things there saying cooldown, still 20 ticks left, still 1 tick left, then you would need to be ticking anyway. So I think this works nice for anti-spam. So if we've got an item we want to be able to right click to activate something, but we want to have a little sort of like half second, maybe second cooldown on it, just so the player doesn't spam by mistake. I think this is great for that. And we're not doing any ticking at all. So how does it work? Let's go and have a look at the data pack. Now, to save time, I've left some of these in because we've done them so many times before. So we've got an advancement, use tester. We've got an admin folder with our give command. We've got tester folder with use tester, and we're going to use the load. We're not using the tick, funnily enough. So let's go into load and let's make ourselves a school down, a scoreboard for cooldown, objectives, add cooldown, we'll make it a dummy, and let's set our default, we'll just do it in here, scoreboard, players, set, and we'll call them default cooldown, and we'll set that to, we had 3 seconds then, let's do that then, 3 seconds, 60 ticks. Let's save that. Okay. Now, give, I haven't emptied the command, I've left it in here. So we're going to give ourselves an emerald. It's going to have custom data of test to true. So in our advancement, we can check for that. It's going to have a food component, which says can always eat. So we're always going to be able to munch on it. And we'll have a consumable component, which says the consume seconds will be 1 million, which means if I do try to eat it, it's going to take 1 million seconds, because all we want to do is to just check when we try to eat it. We don't actually want them to eat it. Then we'll go over to the advancement, and you can see here, I've called it use breaker there, use tester, use breaker, use item, whatever you want. That's just left over from the last tutorial. I didn't change its name. Trigger is using item. And we are using a condition, an item, a predicate check, and we're checking for that custom data. And if it finds it, we will run use tester function. Now, if happens to be the first one of my videos you're watching, I don't normally skip stuff, but if you try to copy this and you have any problems, just chuck a comment down and I'll walk you through it. We'll get it working for you. Don't worry. Okay, so the main thing we're here for is use tester. So I click on this and it runs use tester. So we'll revoke the advancement first. Advancement, revoke, for me, only use tester, and let's do say hi. Let's save that. Let's go back, let's do a reload, and we'll see what the default behavior is. Spam, there we go. I just pressed the button, and let's see if we can just one, but you have to be quite careful if you only want one. I got 3 that time. And that's why we're going to put this little tickless anti-spam on it. So let's add that. We're going to get the current game time. So I need to query the game time and store that into a scoreboard. So let's do execute, store, result as a score. And let's say on a fake player. Let's not put the hash so we can look at it. Let's actually call them fake player. You call them whatever you like. Let's attempt to type fake player into their cooldown. We'll run time and we will query the game time. Okay, let's save that. Let's go back and see what we're doing. Let's do a reload. Let's set that scoreboard onto the sidebar. Scoreboard objectives, set display, sidebar, cooldown. Okay, I've got one that's left over from when we were testing before. So let's do scoreboard. Players, reset. What is going on with the simple words today? Okay, now let's right click. And as I hold it down, you can see that fake player is getting the store of the current game time. Okay, you can see that ticking up as I hold the mouse down. When I let go, it stops. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check if my stored score is higher than the fake players. So I'm going to do execute if score at S cooldown is greater than the fake players cooldown. And if it is, I'm going to run return fail. I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to leave. Okay, now at the moment, obviously, that's not going to really do anything because I don't even have a cooldown score. Okay, let's keep going then. Now, this is where we put all our commands or the function we're going to run. So we're just going to keep it simple. We're just going to say, There we go. Now we need to update my score. So let's do scoreboard players. We'll have an operation for me. My cooldown is going to plus equal. It's going to equal. No, not plus equal. Sorry, equal. It's going to equal fake players cooldown. So we are setting my cooldown to fake players cooldown, which means we are currently setting it to time query game time. Okay, and now I'm going to add on our default cooldown here. So what we'll do is, in fact, we'll just copy that whole line, copy, and we'll say scoreboard. We need plus equals though, so it's now going to equal fake players cooldown plus the default cooldown. So we're going to add 60 to it. And that's basically done. So next time we're going to come back in and we're going to say, let's say I click the button when we're on, let's think a nice round number, 100. Okay, 100. My score is 0 currently. Is 0 higher than 100? No, we won't fail. We'll say you. Then we will set my score to 100. Then we'll add on the 60. My score is now set to 160. Now I right click again within 3 seconds. Let's say I do it 2 seconds later, so 40 ticks later. Game time is now 140. My cooldown is set to 160. I am higher than the fake player. We fail. And then we leave. And then I come back again a second later and we check, let's say, fake players now equal to 170. Mine equals 160. That's not higher. We don't fail. We run our commands and then we update our cooldown. So that is how it's working. Is it saved? It is indeed. Let's go back. Let's do a reload. And if I keep my finger on it, so we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that seems all right. And we can see over on the right hand side the score going up for fake player. I'm keeping my finger down, and you can see every 3 seconds my score is updating. And then when those scores match, or when mine is not higher than fake player, then that's when we run the command. Okay, so we have a Tickless sort of cooldown anti-spam. Like I said at the beginning, if you want some visual representation that the player is still on cooldown, then I think you're maybe going to have to use something ticking anyway. I think this is great for just the anti-spam. You know, you've got an item, you want the player to be able to use it whenever they can, or maybe you use this in conjunction with a proper cooldown. But this is just stopping them from keeping their finger down and going there and just spamming commands, because maybe you don't want that. Anyway, it's quite a short one. I've managed to stretch it out to nearly 10 minutes. Thank you very much to GalSergey for the idea. I quite like this one. I like the little interesting things like this. I think they're very cool. You all have a great day. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.